It depends, right? Fascism is far-right, fanatical ultranationalism characterized by extreme traditional and conservative beliefs. That's the crux. That the nation has been derailed from its greatness, must return to a time of greatness. And I want to get to one more thing important here. Nationalism is important for fascism. Give me 1 second. What's called palingenetic ultranationalism, the return to national greatness, the national rebirth. Okay? That the nation has become plagued by X, Y, and Z. We must correct for these things. And if we correct for these things, we will go back to a time of national greatness. It relies on a national myth, a future or a previous national myth. For instance, right, in Italy, they sold this as the nation was great. North African and Slavic people have destroyed our culture. In Germany, Jewish people have destroyed our country, right? And how these manifest change. In America, Trump. Migrants are destroying our country. We must go back to a time of national greatness, make America great again, right? When you're looking at Italy and you're looking at what they prescribed, it's a return to national greatness. But the thing about Italy is they had only become a country 40 or so years earlier. Prior to that, they were nation states. So it had only recently become, so there was no national greatness, but they sell that to people. And intertwined with that are conservative beliefs. One of the things we saw in Italy that happened pretty profusely was monopolization, and this happened in Germany too, was monopolization of industry, was giveaways to the ultra wealthy, to the industrialists, which is the same thing that we're watching happening now, where an in-group of corrupt crony capitalism has now taken place and taken hold in America. And the same thing happened in Italy. You watch as they'll go, well, you need to take anything that's against the patriarchy, anything that's against the patriarchal family, anything that's pro-feminism, those things are ousted. You must have this type of relationship with your husband. He must be in control, and you must reproduce for the nation. It checks off the biological needs. It removes the ability and the want or the need for a person, for a man, to have any sort of emotional maturity, any sort of ability to communicate. It is just pure control. There is a hatred for arts and intellectuals, which is why Trump is attacking institutions, right? Like Harvard, which is why people come in here and they undermine the fact that I'm a content creator while simultaneously leaving here to go listen to content creators that are right wing by saying I don't have a real job. It is a devaluation of labor. It is the class collaboration. People that complain that we don't have the ability to pay for stuff, but also we don't want to raise the minimum wage because those things are necessary. The upholding, the class collaboration. It is necessary in America, in their belief, to have a lower class, a middle class, and a higher class. That's the whole thing. There's a lot of components to it that they check off. An obsession with national security. We have a scape group of migrants. And what's more fascinating, by the way, is that always is fascist contradictions, fascist cognitive dissonance, which is literally everywhere. A good example of this would be migrants are both subhumanly weak and superhumanly strong. They're so strong they're destroying the country, yet so weak they can't get past a wall.